I'm Andrew May. I'm the ex-managing director of Capitec Group, which consisted of Capitec Ltd and Strategy 21. The company had been running since about 2007, was a consultancy business that delivered operational support to the NHS and PFI projects, that's private finance initiative funded hospitals. Been very successful. The business has been running, as I say, for about 14 years and has a good reputation within the industry because of our independence and our specialties that we offer. Yes, we'd worked with the buyer, a Magile Professional Services. They were invariably representing the funders and we were representing the NHS. It was very thorough. It threw up quite a few people I wouldn't have expected to be interested. Conversely, there were a few on there I didn't believe would be interested. And as we went through the process, the various iterations, I wasn't surprised when we got down to the last 3 or 4 as to who were on the list. The due diligence of looking at alternative potential buyers was quite interesting and certainly worth it in terms of making me aware of perhaps other potential businesses out there who might be interested in procuring us. Don't underestimate the amount of work that we as the seller had to put in place to facilitate the due diligence, etc. And the other one is, don't forget, it's business as usual. At the end of the day, you're running a business and you cannot let yourself get diverted into, you know, the sell as being the be all and end all. You've actually got to keep the business running. I wouldn't say it was difficult. Probably the frustration was the time it takes. Unfortunately for us, we were trying to do it in the middle of a pandemic as well, so that had a major impact on the programme. It was more frustration than anything else, and that's just natural because you know, it's taken a number of months, at least 12, 18 months to get to the end of the process. So was there an enjoyable part? I don't think there were. I mean this in a positive way. I don't think there was an enjoyable process. There was a sense of relief once we got to signing off the share purchase agreement, but it was a sense of, well, we've got there. And to be honest, we signed what was a month or so ago, and now we're actually beginning to realise that we've achieved what we set out to do. You know, it's beginning to feel a lot more relaxed for me anyway. I'm still employed, obviously, for about 6 months whilst we bed in the new organisation into our organisation and vice versa. So I'm on a, if you like, a 6 months agreement. A lot of the day-to-day running of the business has gone away now. It's been delegated down to my other directors who are staying with the business. And I'm finding, you know, I've got hours a day spare, whereas before I was busy doing things. We've got ourselves a new puppy, so I can tell you now, the minute I get off this thing, I've got to go and check that he's not chewing the wallpaper or something, you know. But we've got plans, and that's the whole idea of this. We've got plans of what we want to do in the future, and we're putting together our life plan, as it were, for the next 3 to 6 months and where we're going to end up in a couple of years' time. So we're comfortable. We've got a plan. Andy did a great job. He put up with a lot of moaning from me on occasions and frustration. He kept the process moving forward, seemed to be always positive, always, you know, pushing where he could to keep oiling the machine, as it were, to keep us talking. I think he played, you know, a major part in us getting to the end of this. We sort of stuck with it, and I'm pleased we did. And that's a lot of that is down to Andy's sort of chasing and badgering and cajoling of the parties to let's move forward, come on, what's holding us up, sort of thing. So yeah, I recommend Kingsbrook, no qualms, it went very well.